everyone, and welcome to episode 75 of United City Randomiser. So since the last time we were together, which was the unfortunate defeat against Schalke in the Euro Cup, the Europa League, we've done okay. The first game against Nuremberg, we got a 2-2 draw. My second string 11 played, and to be honest, didn't play as well as I expected them to, and really struggled to get that 2-2 draw, really, which was very disappointing. But it was still a point on the table, which we took quite happily. Since then, a couple of other Bundesliga games that we've won comfortably, which has been really positive, and we also went through in the cup competition again as well. So we now found ourselves in the German Cup semi-final against Borussia Mönchengladbach for next time, in a couple of weeks' time, which is positive because it's the title that we're defending, obviously, from having won it last season. So I'm keen to try and repeat that feat if we can. Bayern Munich are in the other semi-final, though, I think, so that's going to be something they're looking for revenge for, considering we beat them in the final last year. So that's upcoming. At some point we'll play that semi-final. Today, obviously, we've got Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. Throughout this particular campaign, they've struggled a little bit and were sitting mid-table for quite a long time, but you can see that their results have picked up somewhat. If they were to beat us today, that would put us within about 5 points of each other, which would be slightly nervy with about 5 games after this one to go. So yeah, I could do with really getting a decent win, obviously, against them, because you need a decent win against everybody, don't you, really, when trying to go for a title. But at the very least, I'd kind of hope that we could hold them to a draw and not lose any ground on them in that sense. Dortmund are the other ones that are sniffing around with Bayer Leverkusen around as well, but they've played an extra game. So yeah, if we can get a decent result today, I think that really sets us in very good stead for potentially winning this title. If we don't win it today, then things open up again, and we've got a bit of a nervy last few weeks of the season. In terms of team selection for today, that's not the one I wanted to go to. Let's go to this one. It's not too bad. The only person out really is Schweiger, so he won't have his normal place on the bench when we're playing our first 11. But other than that, everybody else is fit. So the team for today is Kabul in goal, Breyer at right back, Lenhoff at left back, Denilson and Horatio in central defence, Gomez as the deep-lying playmaker, Siflidis as the box-to-box midfielder, Gravenberch as the attacking Metzala, Gundogdo on the right, Abando on the left, and Shad up top with the bench of Gimba, DeMarco, Saiki, Mount, Wilson, come in for Schweiger, Meyer and Petrella. That's the team for today, the matchday squad for today. There's not a great deal else to tell you really, because it's all focused now on trying to win this division title, the Bundesliga title. Having gone out of the Europa League, the Euro Cup, then our focus now turned to the Bundesliga properly. Finances are still poor, but that will get sorted again at the end of the season, as we keep saying. That's fine. So yeah, there's not really much else to say. A really, really tough game against a really tough opposition who have come into form. So it's going to be difficult, but we're going to give it as good a go as we can and see if we can come out with a positive result that will help us charge towards the title rather than have a little bit of a nervy few weeks. So let's get into today's game and see what happens. So you can see in terms of Bayern Munich's side, they've still got a very decent side, but it's maybe not quite as good as it once was. But they got the likes of Brandt and Paulinho and Sergio Gomez, Bentancur as the holding midfield player, De Ligt and Saul in the centre of defence, Kimmich and Alaba. It's a decent side, but I think we can compete with them at the very least. We've shown that over the last season or so, that we are in a much better position to compete with them normally. We're at home today, which is really positive. That should help us maintain a better chance of getting a result, so we'll see on that one. I'm not going to do anything outlandish in terms of the team talk. I'm not going to make any outlandish predictions because Bayern Munich are really hard. So I'm just going to passionately say, come on lads, show me what you can do to keep our run going. Didn't get a lot of response, but enough. I'll just leave it there for now and we'll go into the game and get going on it. So in terms of the game itself, as I say, we're at home, which is positive. We've had some really good form recently in terms of the Bundesliga. I think we're about 13 games undefeated, which is really positive. So we've got to have some level of expectation that we'll do a good job today. but this is against a club that have got a really, really high reputation, isn't it? And any given time they can show up and absolutely destroy you, and that's the last thing that we need when we're trying to go for a title. So yeah, fingers crossed a bit really. Here comes Brandt on the right hand side, takes it further wide, cuts in, gets the cross in, secure. And there's the 1-0 lead after 14 minutes. It was too simple, wasn't it, really? We weren't getting a foot in and challenging for the ball. We were just quite happy to watch them run with the ball, especially this space here for Brandt, who brings the ball forward, gets it wide, cuts back, and then puts a decent far post cross in, and Sakor gets above the defenders and puts it comfortably in the back of the net, and we're struggling already at 1-0 down after 15 minutes. Again, they come down the right hand side. Brandt again crosses the far post, but this time Breyer gets a header on it, but it's only partly cleared to Alaba. Cross comes back in again, and Brandt this time with a header, but this time Kabul reaches for the ball and grabs it and holds on to it, which is really encouraging goalkeeping, having already conceded a goal. So what can we do with it? We're going to go long this time, straight over the top, but it doesn't quite work. But Gravenberch picks up the loose ball, gets to the edge of the box, have a powerful shot, and there's the star of our show. Oh wow, Gravenberch again and again comes up with really key goals from that sort of area. Long ball from the goalkeeper. Sad in the end didn't actually go up for the ball, but the loose ball finds its way to Gravenberch, who powers the shot past the goalkeeper low on the floor. Possibly the goalkeeper might feel he could have got down quicker, but I really don't mind about that. That's fine. And here we go. We're back in the game at 1-1. An opportunity for them on the corner kick. Sergio Gomez with the cross comes in, but it gets cleared. But Paulinho picks up the loose ball again, blocked. Can we reach the ball first? Gravenberch again reaches that ball and powers down the left-hand side. Cuts in on his right and puts a long ball to Shad, who puts the ball straight over the top of the bar, which was unfortunate. Really good move. On that particular occasion, you would have hoped that it would have at least made the goalkeeper work for it. But again, we come down the left-hand side. Abando cuts in, Shad with the ball, and cuts it wide left to Lenhoff, right on the touchline. And Shad with the header and just hits the woodwork, which is really unfortunate. But again, showing that we can compete with Bayern Munich at this point now, which is really positive. It doesn't, whatever the result turns out to be, we are doing well. We are competing and holding our own, which is really positive. I just like 1 or 2 more shots to go on target in terms of the stats from the game. But other than that, I'm very happy. Having gone 1 down early in sort of like 15 minutes, it was great to be able to come back again. I'm not going to tell them that I'm disappointed with it. I'm going to say, let's say we've been the better team. Just keep doing what you're doing, and you'll be fine. Just try and get them to go out relaxed and able to play their game, and hopefully get another opportunity or two, a decent strike at goal. In terms of player ratings on this particular game, I think everybody's much of a muchness. Obviously, the 2 goal scorers are in advance of that. Gravenberch 8.2 is the star, but everybody else is doing all right. In terms of match conditioning and sharpness, etc., I think we're slightly ahead of them, which is great. We've been able to rotate our side better than they have possibly over the last few weeks, which has been really encouraging. And the second half is kind of passing without incident, really. We're at 73 minutes, so we're going to go in and make a substitution or 2. Siflidis is on a yellow card, apprehensive, not playing particularly brilliantly, so he'll come off. And we're going to put... What we're going to do? We're going to put Saiki on and move Gomez slightly higher up into the box-to-box role. In terms of our defence, we've got a yellow card for Breyer, so he can... we haven't got a right-sided defender on the bench. No, I'll take a chance on that one. DeMarco can come and play there and hopefully not get any more yellow cards down there. And then it's either Abando or Shad. And I think we're going to take Shad off and put Procella on and just give him a run at the top and see whether he can get a potential goal in the last 15 minutes of the game and really cement our place at the top of the table. So those are the substitutions we've made. It's always a bit tricky to know exactly what to do, but it seems to have the game has drifted away in this second half. Is there one opportunity for either side, and it's Bayern that have the ball and building from the back, but there's very little time left, and that'll do it. And we reached the end of the game 1-1, which actually is pretty much what I said I wanted at the beginning of this episode. I would have been delighted with a win, obviously, but the best thing about this is that we haven't lost any of our edge over them in terms of the points that we've got. let's say unlucky, just because, and come out of there. But yeah, we haven't lost any ground with Bayern Munich. They've moved up a place because Dortmund haven't played their game yet, but we've still got that 8-point advantage over them, which is great. Obviously, that can change if Dortmund win their game, but that's fine. We played Dortmund in a couple of matches from now. It'll probably be the next one in the next episode, let's say. But yeah, I'm really happy with that sort of decent draw result because, as I say, we haven't lost any ground anywhere. So that's really, really positive, and we maintain our position comfortably at the top of the division. So held by Bayern, Bundesliga roundup, Gravenberch on form. He wasn't he? He's just been brilliant this season. So good in this season. He's finally come of age and really shown that he can run a team. People are watching our players for international duty, which is fine. Let's go in and have a look at the fixtures for the coming weeks and decide that we are going to go to see Dortmund next. It's only a couple of games from now. We play Wolfsburg and the cup game, which I'm not worried about showing again on these particular episodes just because we won the cup last season already. I might well play the final if we get to it, but I'm not so bothered about that this season. So yeah, we're going to come back against Dortmund just because they're the next key rivals in our challenge for the title. If we can get a decent result against Wolfsburg, where are they sitting currently? 11th mid-table, so there's an opportunity there too. Then I think we're in a really good position, and if we can get a win against Dortmund, I think that kind of seals it potentially. So yeah, come back for the next episode, see how we cope against Dortmund, see where we are in terms of our league position, having Dortmund played a game and we've played Wolfsburg and etc. So that'll do it for today. If you've enjoyed this series so far, it's probably coming to an end fairly soon, so I hope you've enjoyed it. But if you have, then why not subscribe to the channel and keep up to date with further videos that come out on all of my different saves for the future. That will be helpful to keep up to date with everything. If you enjoyed this particular episode, then why not chuck a like on it for me, which helps me get seen by other people, which helps my channel to grow, which is after all what I really, really want to happen. But until next time, if you're playing Football Manager yourself, I hope you're having a great time doing it. Let me know about your save in the comments below. I'm always interested to hear about the stories you have. But until next time, take care of yourselves. I will see you soon, and bye for now. Thanks very much for watching this episode of the United City Randomiser save. If you enjoyed the video, then why not click on the like button, as that would really help me. If you think you know anyone who would really enjoy my Football Manager content, then feel free to share this with them. But most importantly, if you would like to join my United City here on YouTube, then hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with my video releases. If you have anything you want to say about the United City save or the channel itself, then feel free to leave a comment below, but please try and be nice with each other. That'll do for today, so until next time, stay happy and healthy, and I will see you soon.